Hello, this is the WUAS News and Question and Answer, MIT OpenCourseware Centric Wiki World University and School WUAS News and Question and Answer on Monday, July 22nd, 2024 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's open. You're welcome to join with your questions and your answers for World University and School. On the one hand, worlduniversityandschool.org here at the top, and for the WUAS Press, WUAS Corporation, which URL is here at the bottom, which both are planned in 200 countries and in their main languages, and also both are planned in all 7,164 known living languages. For, on the one hand, on the World University and School side, free MIT OpenCourseware centric WUAS degrees in each of all 200 countries and in their main languages. And on that side, worlduniversityandschool.org side, on the other hand, there are planned wiki schools for speakers of all 7,164 known living languages. To build communities of people, also to build out potentially large language models in each of those 7,164 known living languages for generative conversational AI, to grow languages, to grow smallest languages, to do scholarly research, to develop these languages on the internet in an academic and people researching way. The WS Corporation is planned in 200 countries for academic presses, for all 7,000 languages with machine translation, and for WUAS educational services stores for books, robotics, computers, the grocery store, department stores, retail, cafes, hospital technologies, and similar, potentially coding for people in each of 200 countries and speakers of all 7,164 known living languages at World University, each a Wikidata PIN number. And from there, coding potentially for all 7.9 billion people on the planet, each a Wikidata PIN number, and potentially to also distribute Stanford MindPi cryptocurrency to most of all 7.9 billion people to build, potentially end poverty worldwide. And also perhaps Pi cryptocurrency will become a mode of exchange, a means of exchange in the educational services stores, in the academic press, on the WUAS Corporation side, and a mode of exchange, a means of exchange on the World University and School.org side between departments of education in all 200 countries, reimbursing World University and School per student per year along the lines of what it costs to go to MIT a year per year, $63,000 a year per student per year. So some news further. World University and School is glad to be going to a Google small business meetup in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on July 30th, 2024, a Tuesday. Grow with Google meetup in the Google headquarters offices in Pittsburgh, and potentially for taking next steps, possibly in becoming financially operational at World University and School, possibly developing approaches to branding, potentially networking with others in the Google networks, and potentially also to explore developing our first university in another country and our first WUS educational services stores in another country, grow with Google. Google is in the country of Romania in Eastern Europe, and there's possibility of growing World University and School in Romania for all 19.5 million people there, with collaboration with a Google director in Bucharest, Romania, who might help World University and School as a startup, as a new university, as new WUS educational services stores, navigate the whole other world of Romania, looking ahead, and possibly with Julian Dumitrascu becoming a director of Romania World University and School, also working with Google Bucharest. So that's on the World University and School news side, worlduniversityandschool.org. I'm now going to change to the WUAS Press, or the WUS Corporation wing, for a little bit of news. And namely, that URL is worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html. The first item of news I'd like to share with you is that the book Society, Information Technology, and the Global University, which will be published by the academic press at World University and School, potentially this autumn, is growing as I write it. And I'm seeking to explore in a brand new way and further regarding innovation from World University and School, how to write it further with or by harvesting my blog, my daily blog since 2008, it's now 2024, with AI and machine learning. So how to take these thousands of blog posts, many of which are about the upcoming book, Society, Information Technology, and the Global University. And with all that data, turn them into a readable text. That's news item one, and that sort of is an exciting opportunity to use conversational generative AI for writing a book in a brand new way by, it's a hashtag, harvest my blog. But how to go beyond that from to create perhaps potentially AIs, artificial intelligences, that will write books in not just by harvesting a person's blog, for example, with other input from people. So one of the questions there, so this piece of news I turned into a set of tweets yesterday. How best to hashtag harvest my blog to write the book, hashtag SOS, Info, Tech, and the Global UNIV at the WUS Press with hashtag ML and AI, and with this writing style too, as a great example in Peter Norvig's great article on World University and School titled Revolutionizing Education with Machine Learning and AI, World University in School, updated March 2nd, 2024. which also you can find potentially on Twitter through the hashtag Tulify WUAS, and where he observes and sort of adds credibility to what World University and School has been calling for and seeking to facilitate for years now, a realistic virtual Earth. So the item A4 here in the news is how best to write a book with AI and machine learning in a realistic virtual Earth for publishing. And this emerges from my 7th planned book project, second physical digital Harbin Hot Springs ethnographic book project, where in this book, published by the academic press at World University and School, one we'll publish it from something like Google Street View with Time Slider, Google Maps, Google Earth, Little Pegman becoming avatar agents, and TensorFlow AI, text in the sidebar. But Harbin is very visual. The Harbin property and the Harbin main side area, and doing research, ethnographic research there, lend themselves to a visual aspect in a book where Google Street View with Time Slider that we could all add to, and with machine learning and AI turn into a complete Harbin Hot Springs realistic virtual Harbin, realistic virtual Earth. Think Google Street View with Time Slider, and potentially even enter this realistic virtual Harbin Hot Springs in 1972, differently from 1978, differently from 1999. And as people added images and videos from those times and they were pieced together, and as, for example, myself continued to write a second ethnographic book, text in the sidebar this time, of Google Street View. So this upcoming book that I'm writing, my 6th book, Society, Information Technology, and Global University, and the Global University, is not so visually oriented. There, I don't think any diagrams so far in the book, no pictures in the book. And yet, it would be fascinating in exploring at the academic press at World University and School how to develop this publishing approach at the WUS Press for this book, Society in Information Technology and the Global University, with and the writing of it with artificial intelligence and machine learning, potentially from Google Street View with Time Slider. So this would mean developing the AI and the ML, the artificial intelligence and the machine learning, to write a book by harvesting my blog, but doing so from a realistic virtual Earth, text in the sidebar. Think Google Street View with Time Slider. For both this book, Society, Information Technology, and the Global University, to develop the IT structure, the IT coding, the IT platform, and in preparation for 7th book on physical digital Harbin Hot Springs ethnographic book 2. So that's the second bit of news, sort of item A4 in the WUS Corporation, WUS Press, in this today's WS News and Question and Answer. How to develop, how to write a book with AI and machine learning, and by harvesting my blog, and how to also develop write a book and publish it from a realistic virtual Earth from a realistic virtual Earth for publishing, and think Google Street View with Time Slider, with generative AI, with artificial intelligence and machine learning. So agenda item B, and to close, this is regarding developing the WUAS educational services stores, potentially in at least 4 sizes. So these would be stores, WUS educational services stores for books, computers, robotics, department stores, hospital technologies in all 200 countries in their main languages. And the 4 sizes of the stores would be large, medium, small, and very small. And regarding large stores, think IKEA stores, the largest of which may be 300,000 square feet. And for medium-sized world university and school stores, think Walmart in 19 countries out of about 200 countries, where Walmarts can average around 180,000 square feet. And for small stores, think the Subway restaurant, which can average around 1,500, 2,000 feet, get as small as 300 square feet. And they're everywhere in many countries, in many cities. There's 20,300 apparently Subway restaurants in the United States. And we're World University and Schools interested in potentially reaching out to prospective students and making Lego robotics kits and books and similar available to them, prospective students, through possibly Subway restaurant stores, collaboration, partnering, and in India, for example. And the 4th size is a very small store, and think Toyota Sienna vans. And further, even smaller, robotic bookshelves on wheels. So this might be, there's one example I found on YouTube, Toru, Toru. It's a robot that works in warehouses that can get boxes off of warehouse shelving and put them onto warehouse shelving. Perfect for potentially distributing Lego robotics kits automatically from even a robotic bookshelf on wheels in a Subway store. So these are the 4 sizes: large, think IKEA; medium, think Walmart; small, think Subway restaurants, and in India potentially; and very small, think Toyota Sienna vans; and robotic bookshelves on wheels, think Toru Zalanda; and also even in yachts, in sailboats or powerboats, run on solar energy, in marinas, in many of the countries which have are islands. So they have lots of coastline and they have lots of marinas, and many other countries or nation states have coastlines. So they have ports, which could be sites for these potential small stores, very small stores. Yachts and sailboats and similar can be quite large, so they could be possibly many different sizes, all large, medium, small, and very small sizes that World University and School is thinking about. So a set of tweets in these regards. The hashtag WUS educational services stores in 4+ sizes: large, hashtag IKEA; medium, hashtag Walmart; small, hashtag Subway restaurant, e.g. in India; and very small hashtag Toyota Siennas and hashtag robotic bookshelves on wheels. And there's a YouTube video of that. And in hashtag yachts for hashtag WUAS Lego robotics kits and hashtag WUAS books. And could these store and for hashtag WUAS meetups? And could these stores, these WS educational stores, even be designed further for WUAS meetups for prospective students? So students who would be studying from their homes for these free MIT OpenCourseware centric WUS degrees, if they lived close enough to, say, one of 30 Subways restaurants in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, could come to a meetup physically and meet other students, prospective students, for example. And could these stores also be designed for video conferencing? So even when you might have people coming in physically for the meetup, those people who were too distant could also join virtually online via video conferencing and iterating artificial intelligence and machine learning in these regards. So this idea of WUS educational services stores, potentially also in Toyota Sienna vans, which would be mobile, would further, this is agenda item B, BI, B1, be a way for, by building out in Toyota Sienna vans stores, WS educational services stores, we would also like to explore fast delivery, potentially in all 200 countries, potentially with these Toyota Sienna vans containing Lego robotics kits, books, computers, a small number, but which could reach many different locations in many different, very quickly, as a way to further grow our WUAS educational services stores, and as we seek to hire as many as 2.5 million people on both wings over the next 50 to 75 years. On Saturday, July 20th, 2024, 2 days ago, the WS monthly business meeting occurred again, third Saturdays, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern time, 9:30 p.m. India time. If you'd like to join, it's open. And please check out those video minutes. And in it, we looked at some of the value propositions of Walmart and Barnes and Noble bookstore and Amazon bookstore and retail and the Oxford University Press. And the first three offer, part of their value proposition is to offer a very wide range of goods. And Oxford University Press, going back centuries, also has a very wide range of books they can make available. World University and Schools WS Educational Services stores, becoming department stores for educational services stores, also seeks to develop a very wide range of goods that we make available for students and for prospective wiki learners and teachers, universitians, World University and University and School folks, universitians, and one of those companies also value proposition includes fast delivery, and perhaps World University and School can excel at fast delivery in particularly all of the 200 countries in the world. So in many of the countries that, for example, Walmart isn't in, Walmart is in 19 out of about 206 countries, and World University and School seeks to be in all countries in the Olympics, perhaps collaborating with the Olympics Committee too. So that leaves about 185 countries or so that where Walmart isn't in, where World University and School WUS educational services stores potentially could grow, large, medium, small, very small, and potentially with fast delivery too. So World University and School, please check out the video minutes for the WES monthly business meeting on July 20th, 2024, seeking to explore accreditation, potentially in collaboration with Google, potentially Google headquarters, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and potentially with Middle States Commission on Higher Education, accrediting agency with offices in the greater Philadelphia area, Pennsylvania, and licensing with the state of Pennsylvania's Department of Education. And with World University and Schools focus on all roughly 200 countries in the world, it's potentially with Google Street View, a big focus of World University and School being in 220 countries and territories, and are seeking prospective students from all 200 countries, Olympic students, possibly as one stream of students who are high achieving, and seeking free MIT OpenCourseware centric WS degrees, bachelor, PhD, law, medicine, IB, high school, maybe for 16 to 19-year-olds from home, AAAS, Associate of Arts, Associate of Sciences, 2 years undergraduate, master's degrees, accrediting potentially with Google with their worldview and their information technology with Middle States Commission on Higher Education seems like a great focus and opportunity for World University and School accreditation with our seeking students from all 200 countries. So students who come from other countries to MIT or to Stanford or to Harvard come to an accredited institution, and World University and School seeks for our accreditation and licensing to be such that we'll protect students potentially in all 200 countries, for example, and we'll also create academic resources and degrees in our 200 universities that will be accredited. So focus on standards, focus on working with countries' departments of education for their standards and similar, and navigating also cultural processes of all 200 countries, speakers of all 7,000 languages regarding education and learning, which accreditation in it doesn't explicitly focus on, but it's something that perhaps will emerge. I say this as an anthropologist, and realize that students coming to Harvard and MIT and Yale and Stanford and similar from other countries navigate American culture, very cosmopolitan cultures on campuses, very international cultures on campuses with all these high achievers coming to American universities. And World University and School seeks to become accredited, potentially working with Google. We're exploring this possibility to open new possibilities for accrediting our universities online for students studying from home. So that's the news and question and answer for today, Monday, July 22nd, 2022, July 2nd, July 22nd, 2024. I'm Scott McLeod. I'm holding up a sticker again with the URLs for worlduniversityandschool.org and the academic press at WUS, the WS Corporation, worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html. I'm also holding up brand new business cards with the logo, our great logo, thanks to Peter Bote, and the World University and School email address, as well as the email address is on the other side, which I'm holding up right now at the bottom, which you can email if you know of students who might be interested in matriculating online from home, from your country, SGKMACLEOD at worlduniversityandschool.org. Until next Monday, July 29th, 2024, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, I think it's 7:30 p.m. India time, maybe 11 p.m. Tokyo, Japan time. From any of your 200 countries, please join with your questions. And I'll post the video recording of this to our two active Twitter X feeds, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH and twitter.com/WUASPRESS, as well as upload the recording of this to our main current YouTube channel, youtube.com/videos/Scott McLeod World University. Check out Twitter, they're most active for World University and School and the WS Press. Come into conversation there if you're interested in becoming a wiki teacher or teaching even in a way via Twitter. Possible to add your tweets to our wiki subjects at World University and School. You can do this as a wiki teacher or wiki learner too. Until next week, July 29th, 2024, bye from World University and School and the academic press at WUS. See you soon.